All right, welcome back. Today we have an Albion. We got the Albion Crecy War Sword. You'll see up close that this handle is kind of chewed up. This is a pre-owned that Ryan added a sharpening service on. Today we're gonna look at some specs on it. We're gonna do some cut testing and see how it does. All right, blade length. We have a blade length of 35 3/8 inches. The edge is obviously very sharp, adding a sharpening service to it. All right, overall length of this awesome sword is 44 1/4. Blade length of this double edged blade with a fuller is 35 3/8 inches. If you're not familiar with Albion, there's some of the most top of the line blades, some of my absolute favorite. Notice that the grip is all leather wrapped. We'll get to that in a second. I want to show you the actual edge. You can check out Albion's logo on there, right there. A blade that would have been used in the 100 Years' War. So this one is very, very well put together. The balance is amazing on it for single-handed, or if you are using it with two hands as well. It's totally awesome. Honestly, this, to me personally, from having an Albion Kingmaker a couple months back that I ended up selling, it actually is a very similar balance to the Kingmaker. We're gonna get to the point of balance in just a second, but just off of initial feel, it has a very similar balance to it. It's so well put together that you can literally use this with one hand. And if you needed the extra force or the extra leverage, you can obviously use that hand, or you can use it reinforced as well. The steel quality, if you're not familiar with Albion, 6150 high carbon steel, same steel that Arms and Armor uses for their blades. So these are top of the line, high quality blades. These are blades that I would call investment blades for your collection for the long term. We have a weight of 3 pounds, 0.7 ounces. In all honesty, can't really feel it. It's so well balanced, even with a single hand, even from just whipping it around a little bit. Even if you're using two hands as well, boom, doesn't matter. It's so agile in the hand. It's fantastic. This is categorized as very sharp and with good reasoning. So even when you purchase this just from us from cultofathena.com, and the link for this is in the description box below, even when you don't add a sharpening service, be very, very careful. This thing is double-edged, so obviously you're not going to be touching any chamber positions. Handle, and again, I'm going to mention this maybe once or twice, this is a pre-owned, so this is obviously not going to be chewed up when you get it, when you purchase it from us. So you're going to have to disregard things like that. Notice the craftsmanship where it's not chewed up. Okay, now we also need to look at point of balance. According to the website, it is 4 1/8 inches from the guard. This would obviously be categorized as a cut and thrust sword. I would imagine if you were fighting in armor, this would be great for half swording. I won't half sword with it because I don't have gauntlets on. So we're going to take a look at this right now. And again, always be very careful when doing this. Point of balance. Really awesome blade, personal opinion, probably one of my favorites. It's also a customer favorite at Kult of Athena. I've seen a lot of these go through the warehouse in the time that I've been working there. We're going to take a look at the handle, and look at the pommel, and then we're going to pan over to the cut testing we did as well. So the grip length is 6 3/4 inches. As you can see, the little knob in the very middle. Again, disregard the blemishes and the chewed up side for this being a pre-owned. We're going to get a good idea of how awesome Albion is regardless. Notice the grip, however you're holding it. If you're holding it on the pommel, or if you're all the way forward. Make sure I get some good angles on this so you guys can see what it's like. Up top, here in front. So yeah, we have that grip length. We also have the peened pommel, of course, somewhat rounded off, so it kind of bows out on the sides. Hope you can see that. Get my head out of the way. So it's not perfectly rounded, it kind of bellies out on both sides. And these are peened. You can really, you barely see the mark. Surprised if you can see it. You can barely even see the mark. Focus the camera. There we go. All right. Mosquitoes. So this blade is named after one of the most decisive battles of the 100 Years' War. So this is a very, very versatile blade for two hands, for single-handed, like I mentioned before. If you're fighting with gauntlets and you want to use this with half swording, very careful and know what you're doing. Don't just jump into it with a very sharp blade. This was awesome. Perfect balance, really, really great. The fuller is nice and deep. So the fuller is taking out some extra weight that doesn't really need to be there. I did a little bit of cutting with it. Mosquitoes are getting to me out here. I did a little bit of cutting with it on really, really thin, like dead branches, just to see how the flexibility was. And it's excellent. There's just enough give in it, so it's not very, I can't say it's like really like floppy or anything, but when you make impact, you know, with soft targets and very thin dead branches, you know, just to check this out for the cut testing, it has a good flex to it. That way it can take impact. It's not going to shatter, you know, when you're using it within proper cut testing. So the grip is cord wrapped, and then all over here is vegetable tanned calfskin. This is an awesome, awesome grip. Again, disregarding any of the chewed up marks on here. Okay, so from here we're gonna do some close-ups of the blade and the handle, and then we're gonna pan to the cut testing. Let's do it. Damn, I cut all the way through. Awesome, let's keep going. Damn! That concludes the cutting for the Albion Crecy sword. No damage to the edge at all from cutting with it. And again, this is with the sharpening surface that's been added that Ryan put on it. It's not razor blade sharp, it is functionally sharp. No damage to the tip of the weapon as well. So, pretty awesome. So thank you for joining me again for another blade review and cut testing here at the Kult of Athena YouTube channel. Once again, we're using the Albion Crecy War Sword. Really awesome blade. If you like this blade, make sure to comment below what you liked about it in the description box. Also, if you're looking to purchase this blade, making an investment on an awesome Albion sword, top of the line, high quality sword, go ahead and click the link in the description box below. Made it super easy for you. That link will take you directly to this blade on cultofathena.com. There's multiple descriptions and multiple choices for grip color as well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks for your support. Talk to you soon.